this is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Oh!
How did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
But I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay.
And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot. I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 173 of the On the Runs podcast. And happy Friday, you crispy little French fry. Today ain't for snoozing, it's for cruising. You can booze and snooze tonight if you want, but right now it's go time, baby. So suckle on that glorious brown nectar, slap on that winning smile, and let's strut into the weekend like a turkey in December. Let me start off by introducing my kick-ass rockstar of a co-host, 6-star Erica. What's up?
I need to compose myself. What the fuck was that, dude? That was incredible. Crispy French fries, sure. Can I have some? Do you have any? Where are these French fries you're talking about?
You pod fam, all you. Happy Friday, guys. Let's have a kick-ass start of the weekend. You guys just crushed the week. I wanted to make you feel good on this Friday morning. And I got another reason.
Do it, man. That's a good start.
Yeah, I'm
How
thinking.
could you not be in a good mood?
Thinking every time we do Fridays, we talk to our pod fam like a crispy French fry chicken
Sounded like
nugget.
a NASCAR promotion or something.
That was pretty good. But hey, we got another amazing guest today.
Yes, we do.
Feisty little podcast bucket of badassery. We have Tara Pterodactyl on the pod today. What's up, Tara?
Oh my God, we're 45 seconds into this and my face hurts already from laughing. And I will now refer to every person I see on Friday as, hey, you little crispy little French fry.
Oh, I got a few. I wrote down a few things to do on the next couple of Fridays, but I'm saving those in another file.
That was epic. I did not know that was happening.
Is this like foreshadowing for the rest of the episode too? Because I'm not going to be able to hold it together.
Well, I wanted to say, you guys, pod fam, you gobbled up this week like a shark at an all-you-can-eat buffet. So let's enjoy the weekend and let's get to some easy living. Let's rock and roll. Let's catch up. I am feeling damn good. I wasn't 24 hours ago, but I'm feeling damn good right now.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you tell everybody what you went through? Because we were supposed to record the other day and you're like, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. It was coming out of both ends the other day. Oh my God, it was so bad. So remember talking in your car when I had the volume way too high?
Oh yeah, you blew out the microphone.
Yeah, and that was my fault. I should have turned it down on the mic. I forgot because we were using my phone, not like a recorder. So I control the volumes here on the recorder. Long story short, remember I was like, I farted? I was actually having stomach issues. And that very same day, when I was at work, I was hearing that the kids got sick and they were throwing up and diarrhea and not good. And it got transferred over to me. I went to work, not feeling so good. I grabbed lunch and I felt worse. And then I went home. Instantly when I got home, I ejected my lunch. And I slept for a few hours, the hours we were supposed to record. I actually slept all afternoon. And then that entire night was pretty rough. And my last time I had a rough moment was about 6:30 in the morning. And I think I slept for another four hours that morning. And then I've been great ever since. And I'm awesome. I feel like I lost 15 pounds. My stomach was so bloated and hard as a rock. And now I feel like, oh my God, I'm getting pretty close to abs. I know that's not the case. I know probably losing 15 pounds is not healthy. Not at all in about a period of 24 hours. But I wish I did, and I wish I could keep it off.
I am going to say that I think the farting started before the car, and it was in yoga.
Yeah, 100%. I had a couple
He
moves.
did not
I think it
fart
was like
in my car, for the record.
that you don't know of.
No, I would have known. I would have known.
I had a moment at like, what's that pose called? Something baby.
Happy baby.
Happy baby. I was looking at, as I said, I was looking at some people and said, I can't, not right now. Not right now. And I'm glad. I'm glad because it might have been all water. It was like a waterfall in my cornhole for 24 hours.
Cue butt wipes.
Thank God you did not give it to us, or at least knock on wood yet.
I know. I was nervous because I was like, I was at yoga. I'm like, I hope he didn't give us anything.
I know. Well, I felt fine like going to yoga and then doing some of those yoga poses. My stomach, I was like, oh, I'm just twisted right now. I'm just twisted.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. My stomach was twisted, but it wasn't the yoga.
Well, glad you're feeling better.
That was my last like 24, 36 hours.
That's rough.
That sounds like
Nobody
fun.
should go through that. I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, but this wasn't as bad as Sweden. Sweden was bad.
Well, you didn't
So
pop
I
a
have
blood
I have a
vessel.
Question. When it's coming out both ends, do
Not
you
at
go
the
to
same
the
time.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you sit on the toilet and puke in a bucket, or do you puke in a bucket or shit in a bucket, puke
Actually-
in the toilet?
Actually, so
How does this work?
TMI.
That's a doc debate question.
TMI. I only ejected my lunch once. That time I had to take Neil Murphy's Code Brown Commandment and clench my cheeks.
It would
did.
have come out at the same time.
Yeah,
otherwise.
you would have barfed and sharded.
It was going to. So.
Barted? No.
A Bart. I just barted.
Barfed it? No, I don't.
Oh, it was a rough.
Okay.
It was a rough 24 hours though. But I'm better now. Like I feel amazing, and I've had a ton of water. I'm hydrating. I'm putting
Good.
in those hydration IV sticks. They're amazing. I've been drinking those pretty frequently, daily, once a day, and it should. I feel great right now. I feel like I could run. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and run. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good.
I was gonna do it.
Get it
I
done.
was gonna do it this week, like Monday. I set the alarm for, I don't know, 6:30, thinking like, okay, I'm going to get up and drive to work early, but I'm not going to work. I'm just going to get to the office, then run and shower at the office. That didn't happen, but that is what needs to happen this summer for the next 100 days, 2 days a week, maybe 3 morning runs super early, because I don't have to take the kids to school until the week before Labor Day. So
You can always come meet me.
I know I can, and I would have on Wednesday did you run on Wednesday morning?
Yeah, 5:10.
Yeah.
5
What?
miles.
No. Oh, but you did the Starbucks run.
No, I
Oh.
ran earlier.
That's
I
too
ran
early.
at 5:10 a.m.
That's a no from me, dog.
I'm no longer a 4:40. I'm a 5:10er.
That's
what
too early.
happened?
I know.
Speaking
Actually-
of 440, can we talk about yoga night and who you brought?
Yeah,
Dude, what's her husband's name?
Dave.
Dave, what a lucky guy. He's got a winner. What a winner.
Holly is the
Eric's
best.
got
Holly-
a crush on
Holly is awesome.
Holly.
I was going to say there's no way she's 50, and you go, she's 53.
Yeah, she'll be 53
She
next
doesn't
month.
look
Which
that. She doesn't look like it.
same birthday month as you guys.
And I was thinking like, okay, wait, he just retired. She's near retirement. Like that means she's in her 60s. How the hell is she 50? I was just like thinking about all this. Like that's how my mind was working after we left yoga night. And I'm just like, huh? And it made a little more sense. Like, okay, but I was like, again, no way she's 50.
well, I think it started when we were
Let
in
alone
the
close to retirement.
the yoga room because she was talking and she goes, "Yeah, my granddaughter." And you were like, "You're a granddaughter?"
Yeah. I was like, you have a granddaughter?
No
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, wow. Holly is cool. We need to get her on. She's part of your 440 crew.
Yes.
You did
But
say years ago we had to get her on. So
But
there's
she left
a lot
us.
of people who want to come on. And
she moved and she's here for 2 weeks. So I'm trying to get in a bunch of runs with her while she's here.
Go for it.
do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
So
Absolutely.
John Hamill, we got a golf buddy for you because he
Yes.
lives down.
So talk about
the
that.
river.
Oh, and you
How
know what?
random.
You know what's funny is Dave. So Dave, his last name is Duhamel.
No fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Do you remember Holly Duhamel at college? At Plymouth
Yes,
State?
I still
Yeah.
have her as a Facebook friend.
I still have her as a close friend too. And I was
Mm.
like, Holly was always like a spicy little chicken nugget. Another Holly Duhamel, a little spicy little chicken nugget.
It's too fun. But yeah, we were talking and you were like, oh yeah, she's the one whose parents just moved down there. And I heard her say something about North Myrtle Beach. And I was like, my parents are in North Myrtle Beach. And then I dropped Little River and she goes, no way. That's where I live. But nobody knows where that is. So I never say it. I always say North Myrtle Beach. So what are the odds? Like, it's so random that she lives literally 5 minutes from my parents.
Yeah, and they looked at a house in the same development that your parents
Like,
lived in.
Literally, like right on
neighbors.
the same road.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have figured that out sooner, though, because I would have run by her house over and over and over and over.
Right. Yes.
Doing laps.
When you move down there, you can run with her all the time. I have a feeling like that's in the next 5 years for you.
Me moving?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
I don't know. I mean, I like it down there, but I don't know if it's for me. I'm just so used to it.
You'll probably
up
buy
here.
a second house.
Let's just say if my job ever closes down, then I'll consider it.
That job won't survive without you. So your job will close down if you leave.
But I'm not going anywhere unless we make millions and millions of dollars. On
There's
this
other
podcast.
places where
So
they
there we go.
can make babies.
I don't work for a sperm bank. God damn it.
Yeah.
So, hey, how are you feeling after yoga night?
I literally texted you guys in the group chat, yoga tore me a new one.
I feel good.
I feel good after it, but holy shit. Just trying to run on. So this was Tuesday night we did Monday night we did yoga, and I had to do a run on Tuesday night. I was still feeling it. I had my muscles were so just sore from using muscles that I don't typically use. And holy shit, yeah, it was a great workout. Thank you, Yoga Blocks. I said that the other day. I'll say it again. I need the help of Yoga Blocks, but no shame. And I would go again.
Yeah, I love yoga. I used to do it all the time and I stopped for whatever reason. And then I used to go the bunch of the breweries around New Hampshire, they do yoga classes and then you get a flight afterwards. So I was always like, oh, let's go stretch for an hour and then drink beer.
That's incentive.
Yeah, exactly. 603 Brewery does it a lot on Saturdays before they open. But I haven't been in a while. But yeah, it was really good. And I will say, so they split the class into 30 minutes. The first 30 we did all the downward dogs and all that stuff, and then the second 30 we were on the mat, and I think the second 30 was harder because we were holding those positions for 4 minutes.
I agree.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm cramping out. I was like, tap out, help. But it was great. It was really great. They had a great turnout too. So
They
that was
really
awesome.
did. I was surprised of all the dudes there.
Yeah, they were all firefighters, so they must have known. I don't know. Who was the girl? I forget her name that was next to Holly, the blonde, because she's running
Jenna?
with you guys. Maybe Jenna?
I think it was Jenna.
Yeah. Well, we have a firefighter on the Mathletes. His name is John. And he
Oh,
was there,
okay.
but I didn't actually get to.
So maybe it was all of his buddies.
Yeah, could have been. Lots of dudes there. Yeah, I don't know. We could have fit more people, if you put them near the instructors on the side, or if you had them on the upper level, which looked like they were just tables and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have fit more than 3-4 more.
Right. Yeah.
So it was a great turnout. Great turnout. And I'll be back at the next two. I know Tara will be back at the next one. Erica will not, but maybe you will the last one.
I might be able to make that. That is the Monday after Anchor Down.
And you could use a good stretch.
I'm going to Savasana the hell out of that class.
Yeah. Just be like, can we
$30 to just
Savasana
lay
this whole time? It was great. I used to do yoga 2 days, sometimes 3 days a week, all before COVID for a solid 2 years. They would come to work. It was, oh my God, it was the best. We did, what's it called? Pigeon or something, or one of those stretches we held for 4 minutes where you pull your knee up to your foot. And
That's pigeon.
Hip opener there. And I loved it. I could do that so well. I need more hip openers, back stretching, twisting my body in all these weird ways. If I could do yoga once a week, that would be so solid. And the sad thing is we have it on the Peloton app.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this?
I don't really have a great space in my house to do it. So that's what I'm blaming it on for me.
I
Yeah,
just don't
my
like
space
it
is
enough
filled with Legos.
to do it on my own. Be like, the 15 minutes I could spend on something, it's not going to be yoga.
Yeah. And you need to really do you have to do an hour of it. I think they do 30-minute ones, but it's it's not. I feel like if you want to get the full results from it, you got to do an hour.
Oh,
and
you
for
just
me to
gotta
do
build up.
anything for an hour, I'm my attention span not
Right.
there.
Well, what's
Yeah.
cool is they do actually, a lot of the classes will be, they'll break them down and they do have shorter classes, but it's like a focus flow. So they might have like one for hips, one for like stretching your back. So they'll split it up if you want to target.
Do they have like a
an
course?
area.
You know how they have courses like Power Zone course, or they have like the Crush Your Core?
I
Do they
think
have a
they
yoga
do.
one?
Oh.
Like, I think there's like a
No.
beginner yoga, but
Should we commit to this? Should we commit to like another Crush Your Core?
Listen, we
and
all
yoga?
failed the 100 days 2 days in of the last challenge.
We need everyone else on the pod to hold us reliable here.
I'm looking on the app right now.
I
Yeah, I'll let you
don't
know.
know if I want to commit to it.
It needs to be
but-
like, it can't be an hour-long class every day.
No.
Mm-mm.
It needs to be like maybe an hour in a total of a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did didn't we do the Emma, the abs
Your
one?
core.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna start
definitely
it
dropped
again.
that.
Yeah, I
Especially
did
now I
that.
lost 15 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm already committing to doing all of my runs that KJ prescribes and trying to. I have not missed a strength class that she prescribed
KJ
either.
needs to
So
prescribe to you to stretch after your run.
she does, and I will. But yoga, I don't know. It's just if she says, "Hey, do some yoga," then maybe I will. I'll listen to her.
I'm going to tell her, add
Fine.
yoga.
if I sneakily see like yoga popped in there, I'll be like, "Fucking Eric." It's all his.
So,
fault.
hey, Tara, did you listen to the episode with Kelly from Fitness International Travel? I want to get your opinion there. Are you going to, if you go travel the world and do more marathons, are you going to use a service like that, you think?
Yeah, so her episode was awesome. I switched up my gym days because usually I run on, or I was running on Tuesdays, but now I'm at the gym. So I literally like wait for the thing to come up that says new episode. So I listen to it at the gym.
What time do you need me to drop it at? Because I always drop it at 4. Do you need it earlier?
No, 4 is good because I'm like in my car at like 3:45 and I get to the gym at 3:50, 4ish.
I'm
So
going
I
to
wait,
drop it.
it comes up. Perfect. Love that. But yeah, I listened to it through my whole workout. I think it's just awesome that she took her passion and made it her job. That's so cool. Like, I'm so envious of people that have done that. But I would definitely, I think for Tokyo for sure, and Erica, you and I have talked about this, I have like a major fear of traveling to another country and not knowing how to communicate. So if somebody could set it up for me and do all that, and I would just need to literally buy my plane ticket, I would give you all the money. Like, I wouldn't care that it was going to cost me X amount of dollars more because it would take all of that scariness out of it for me. So that one, yes. The other two, I mean, and it sounds like when she was talking about the Boston one, I was like, oh my God, I would just sign up for that just to like go through and see the tours and see everything that like, you know, the history of the Boston Marathon. Like, I haven't even seen some of that, and I've run Boston twice. So it was really, really cool. And I think like, you know, obviously she has some great feedback, and it's so cool. I would definitely do that, but I don't know if I'm going to be going international anytime soon.
Well, we got to do the tour next year, that Boston tour.
I'm totally in for that. That sounds like so much fun.
Did she say it was on the Thursday or the Friday? Like, I feel like it wasn't on the
Saturday or
weekend.
the Sunday or something.
Okay.
Ask Jared. Jared went.
Jared, no, they're in Kenya right now, right?
Yeah, that is so cool. I would do that. So like, it doesn't have to be a world major. Like, I think she does other marathons and stuff, and I would go to Kenya. Like, oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Like, I would do that just to go on a trip.
Yeah. I think if
such an
I
incredible
ever
experience.
go to an international marathon, I'm going to use it. Even if it's London, like, I think that's the way to go now. Like, it just sounded so fun with 300 other people, part of a group. And it's a group that, you know, I love Kelly already and I support her passion. I think it's going to be something like that. And then it takes out all the other work I have to do of like finding my own place, finding what to do. Where am I going to take the kids and all this stuff?
Yeah. I mean, just her talking about the subways. Like, I have a hard time with the friggin' Boston, the trains. So I can't imagine, you know, I'm going to a country where, you know, the subway is like your main point of transportation. So
yeah,
that would be
the
helpful.
Boston T is easy. It's New York that's weird.
Yeah, New York
is weird.
Oh God, New York is something
Let me
else.
tell you, if you need to use the underground in London, it is so easy because if you get your international plan, Google tells you exactly which line to go, where to switch, because that's how we got around when we were there last. So, I mean, the tour group can totally help you out with that. but Google is a good tool too.
Yeah, I'm sure I would, I'd be fine. And I would never go by myself, so I would have somebody else. But it would be a lot less stressful if somebody planned my entire trip for me and gave me. I'm a very scheduled, routine person. So if I got an itinerary and I knew exactly what I was doing at every single point of every day, I would be so happy.
So this is for you. This is the way to go.
Yes. Okay, so I'm on the Peloton app and they have yoga drills. There's five classes. Oh God, I just started one.
Is that a program?
Yeah. So there's the first one's 20 minutes and it's balancing. The second one is 15 minutes, back bends. Another 15-minute for hips. Another 15 for chaturanga. Did I say that right?
That sounds right.
Sounds right.
I'm like chaturanga. I think it's chaturanga.
I think you're right.
And then the last one is 20-minute and it's inversions. So we could do that. That's 5 classes.
Do you have to do it in a week?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like we could start next Monday.
Yeah.
God, I have to build up so much strength if I want to do any of that shit. Like I would love to do
you're not going to build up strength if you don't do it to begin with.
I know, but
Erica, I will
do the cool shit.
This was your first yoga class, right?
In person, yes.
Okay, so I will tell you, when I first started doing yoga, I remember my first class, I loved it. The next day I could barely move. But adding in a little bit more yoga, and then I try to do I try to stretch as much as I can. It definitely gets easier, even if you take months off. So
good.
It does feel like you got hit by a freaking truck on the interstate.
That for sure. And I did notice that while I was doing it, I think we had just come out of the pigeon pose and she was having us stretch out like a leg and just reach for our feet. And I could touch my toes, and that never happens. I am so inflexible. And I was shocked. I was like, holy shit, you guys, I could touch my toes. It was like a total win for me. So I definitely.
Have you never been able to touch your toes before?
I mean, not really, but I could touch them, but I can't hold on to them, but I could actually grip them
I can put my palms flat on the floor.
I just never had the range of motion. So this was very, very helpful. And I would like to do that. And I do know that Peloton actually has a yoga for runners class, which is cool because Matt Wilpers does it with Dennis. I know you're not a big Dennis fan, but Matt Wilpers is in class with him, and they're both
I like Dennis. I just can't do the classes.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do his rides.
I wonder if you would like him as a yoga
but it's not just it. There's a lot of people I can't do their rides or runs. And it's just the way Matt presents his.
You like it.
I can do if I could do Power Zone Pack and always it be Matt, I'm in.
I get that.
But then I got to do a Dennis ride or a Christine ride or a Sam ride, and I'm just like, I can't. And I love Peloton and I love everyone there, but for the bike, it's Matt or Olivia.
Ooh, who's
run? I could do a few others on the run.
Who's going to take that Britney Spears ride again that Cody was?
I am.
Oh,
I'm taking it.
Love that class. And I have not been on the bike. I haven't been on the bike since we went, basically. What was that, 2 Januaries ago?
Oh, wow.
I have not ridden in a while. So I will get back on the bike for that class. It was so much fun.
What she's talking about is Cody Rigsby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I actually take other people for warm up and cool downs just to try to widen my variety, just try to expand my, try people out. Yeah. And I'll take Cody's warm ups quite often, including that Britney one. I don't know if I've actually ever taken his full Britney ride, maybe once, but that used to be the number 1 ride on Peloton. It has been dethroned. He didn't say who did it.
I know what class is number 1 now?
Right.
That's what I was
I don't want Matt to be number 2 again. Oh my God. But he's trying to encourage everyone to go take that ride this week and put him back up to number 1.
Yeah. You get a badge.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. A special badge.
Yeah.
That is creative for that's some good social media and just Peloton creative engagement way to get the group engaged.
We're getting Erica back on the bike after 2 years.
Yeah.
Just for that one reel.
That'll do it.
For that one reel.
That will make you stronger.
Yep.
Well, hey.
Oh, wait, no, that's Kelly Clarkson. I was going to sing the wrong song.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's where I was going, but Britney does have a song called Stronger. So
oh, yeah, she does.
I just picked the wrong one.
Yep.
Well, hey, I wanted Tara to come on today for a reason. And I'm going to get to that reason in a moment, but we actually have to first thank our partners on the podcast.
Woo!
We have My Race Tats, Right Socks, Firefly, that's right there, UFOs. We also have Bare Butt Wipes. All these brands have supported my New York City fundraising. Check out the show notes and check out the links for the affiliate links. If you buy any new My Race Tats or Right Socks, 15% of your purchase goes towards our fundraising. UFOs has just donated a $100 gift card for the big raffle night. There'll be some Firefly at the raffle night. I think Tara is actually holding out on buying some Firefly for August 2nd, hoping she'll win. I heard someone messaged me in the DMs the other day. He's going to drive 5 hours from New York for this raffle night.
No
Holy
shit.
shit.
Who that?
Wow.
I'm like, what if you don't win anything?
Yeah, right?
Like, I know there's 80 prizes,
Well,
but what if you don't
with
win?
You. There you go. It's all for the experience.
Right. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much. And then we also have the Goffstown Gallop coming up in just less than 10 days.
That'll be
Giddy
8
up.
days when you're listening.
Yes, I
Wow,
can't
it's 8
wait.
days. Wow. We never made that real. Damn it. Like, come on. Come on.
We're terrible,
Goffstown
but
Gallop,
go to
the
the race.
28th. Join us. It's an 8:30 race. You can pay their cash or check to get your bib. What is it, Erica? Like $25?
It'll probably be $25. I think that's
Yeah.
what it comes to.
5.2 miles up a big hill in
5.2.
Goffstown.
Smack in
Yes.
the middle, there's a hill.
David French. Mike Beeman's going to be there.
Mike Beeman. I'm
We're
ready
going
to
to have
slay
the
the
recorder.
day.
We're going to record after if it's not raining. It's going to be
Parking
great.
I
lot.
hope not. For fuck's sake, I'm so sick of the rain.
It didn't rain last year. Last year was good.
Last
But
year
she's
was
saying the
good.
last 13 weekends in a row it's rained.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
but this
it's been
weekend,
rainy.
guys, this weekend, we're in for a treat.
Are we?
Yes,
be
it's going to
camping.
be like 85 and sunny.
Nice.
Yes.
I have
Praise
the BAA
Jesus.
10K this weekend, so who will I
Oh.
see there? I know I'm going to see Ali G. Beard's going to be there. Rachel's going
You're
to be
also
there.
going to go introduce yourself to somebody that we had a meeting with the other
Yes,
week.
I am. I did not
Good.
forget.
Good.
Yep.
That's right. That's this weekend. Oh, man. Good. Go do some good things for the pod.
I will
And
try.
make sure you guys tag on the runs and your medals so we can share it in the story.
Right.
Because we haven't done that in a long time.
Well, no,
You
because
have
no one
not.
shared
Damn
or
it.
tagged.
Yes.
Share,
did for,
tag,
like, 1
follow,
week.
subscribe, do all the cool things. And we got to talk about the pit.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I think from this point on, if you haven't watched and you don't want any spoilers,
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Lindsay,
You know-
earmuffs.
earmuffs. Exactly.
Yes.
Save this portion of the podcast or after you finish the pit. But we committed to it and we watched 15 episodes of season 1 of the pit on Max, soon to be HBO Max. If you ever watched ER in the 90s, it's very much like ER. The main character is Carter from ER, and he was Dr. Robbie. And this was an amazing 15 episodes. It was broken down into each episode was an hour. So it was one season was one shift,
Yes.
which
Very cool.
I thought was great. I also kind of question, like, how are they going to do the future seasons? Like, I feel like we'll start on that. Did you like how every episode was an hour and the entire season was a shift? And I'll ask you that now, and then I'll give you my thoughts after.
I thought it was great. I loved how, like, beginning of every episode, it was like 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and it just kept going. And there was just so much going on. And I've never worked in an ER or anything, but I think it was like very realistic of what a busy ER is like. And it was so much. And that was just one day. Like, it was wild. I thought it was great.
I really liked that too because it set it apart from all the other emergency medicine doctor kind of shows, because like you get Grey's Anatomy and that's like a love story, and like they focus on all the different characters, and this is just straight up, you're in the ER, you're in it, shit's going down there, you're pulled in 500 different directions, and it just, like you said, Tara, seemed so much more realistic, even though I can't compare it to real life ER experience, but it just kept me engrossed, you know?
You
Like,
actually
just-
did
I was
compare
in
it a little bit. You compared that family room, which I
Oh,
cut you
well,
off when we talked about it on the episode,
That
not
was
realizing
the only
it, but-
part I could kind of, but like that's just trauma. Like
There was
it was so much trauma within this whole area that was sadly one of the parts that I could relate
Yeah,
to.
there's a lot of relatable stuff that happened. And
Mhm.
I can bet you that if anybody has watched that show, something that went on has happened to them. And
Mhm.
it was a lot of like, I cried so much. And so like almost every single episode I was crying. Like it was just emotional.
There's always something that's pulling at your heartstrings, whether it's like just Dr. Robbie having to be so compassionate, and sometimes you get the good
was so
things. It's a
good.
good cry, but then a
Yeah.
lot of it was not a good cry. It was
He
very
was so good.
traumatic. He
was
Yeah,
like,
he's awesome.
yeah, not just the way he acts and the way he did it, but like being that kind of, and we'll get to like his breakdown later, but being that kind of leader in that ER, he freaking owned it. And then dealing with the lady who's like the CEO of the hospital.
I
Mhm.
love
Love
that
the way he would just go
interaction.
after. Right.
Yeah.
He would just
He
go after.
basically told her to go fuck off half the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not
I
going to
loved
help
it.
me out the way I need. Get out of my ER.
Right. He was
Exactly.
like, he not only was he like the leader of the ER, but he was like the people that worked under him. It was like he was their dad and he had their backs and he stood up for them and looked out for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just really great.
He was
But
also
talk
hard
about
on them.
being pulled in 5,000 different directions. People would have a question, he'd be there, and he was just there anytime somebody needed him. But he couldn't really focus on one certain case because he would have to just make sure everybody was handling things correctly.
Yeah.
Right. He
Now,
was so
I don't
good.
know if the interns started, that was their first day.
Med
If I was
students.
one of those, the med students, they finally were they were in their first day on their own. I mean, they had help and stuff, but if I was one of them, I don't know if I would have come back after that shift. Like that was so much. And it was
Right.
just like, we can talk about like the stuff at the end, like
Uh-huh.
literally everything that could happened to day one. So I mean, I guess it's good because you got everything thrown at you. It wasn't like it
Right.
was a slow day,
Mhm.
but that was a lot. Like I just don't even know. Like I wasn't even in the show and I'm still like thinking about it. So
Mhm. That is the kicker, though, I guess, because we don't know if they're going to come back. That was one day. So
right.
we'll see what season 2 will bring.
So you mentioned season 2. I kind of questioned a little bit like the way they went about this being one shift. I loved it, and then I questioned it because I feel like you lost out on some storylines, like maybe a love story between the new doctor who kind of was asking the other doctor out, like, "Oh, you want to hang out?" and stuff?
Santos and the other doc. I don't know what her name was, but I was
Right.
like, what's going on there?
And you missed out on maybe some things like relationships or just like any type of storyline that was going to build. It builds over time where that's not going to build in 15 hours so much. And it was hard to try to like also figure out some of those storylines. Like there was obviously a relationship of somewhat between Dr. Robbie and Heather. There was something there in their past. And remember, she's pregnant, finds out she's pregnant.
Mhm.
She miscarries at some point during the shift. And she tells him that. And she goes, I'm just going to tell you this one thing. I miscarried.
Mhm.
And then she brings up like, I was pregnant before and made it clear she had an abortion and didn't tell the dad. And the dad, she goes, I feel bad. Like maybe he would like never hate me again. And they make you think that it could have been him.
Yeah. I think it was him. The abortion was him. The baby that she miscarried was not him.
Well,
Exact-
she did mention that she was like, I'm doing this on my own. So I thought that she like had IVF or something.
IVF, yeah.
You don't
But
learn
in the
those things
beginning-
in one shift though.
Right.
Oh,
like
100%
I
thought it was his.
thought it was his too
I
because
did
of their
I think
interaction.
the entire time until
Yeah.
they had that conversation like outside on a ambulance dock or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of really good connections or relationships, I should say, with some of the characters.
Mhm.
Like they had an awesome relationship, and then the woman who ran the ER, what was her name?
Dana?
Oh
Are you
yeah,
talking about the head nurse?
Yes, she was
Badass.
awesome.
So not only was she great, how many characters from this TV show, The Pitt, do you think were actually in ER?
Oh, I didn't know any more than Noah.
I didn't watch ER, so I only knew of Noah Wiley. So
So it was two.
You tell
it was
me.
Noah Wiley and Dana.
Oh,
she
Dana
was in it too. Oh no shit.
Dana was only in for a little bit. She was like a patient's significant other of some sort. And I remember because I read all this stuff, but she's like some sex crazed person in ER or something like that, or like a sex psychologist or something. And they talked about it. But she was in ER as well, and so is Noah Wiley. And it would be cool if they brought back some other ER flashbacks. Like, it would be cool if maybe some doctors were patients or just something like, oh, man, there's so many actors from ER who I think would come back. I'm not talking like George Clooney, right?
Mhm.
But, like, there's so many ER doctors who I think would be interested in playing a role in that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this isn't like an ER spinoff, though, is it?
Well, it's produced by the producer of ER,
But
right?
talking
It was
like
so much like ER.
officially.
Everything, no, it's not a spin-off, but everything was just like ER. The camera work, the language, the verbiage.
God, the
There was
verbiage
definitely
is
a lot more language, like foul language, and there was a lot more nudity.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God, there was so much like
I saw every part of a human being, male and female.
Yeah, we talked about this. I'm like, oh, there's some titties. There's a,
I was
there's
like,
a
oh,
peen. Holy
there's
shit.
a
And then
wiener. Saw a
The
wiener.
childbirth scene.
Oh God,
oh my God, we'll get
I had to
that
look
later.
away.
All right, Eric. So, question for you. I have not. They used to show those videos in like sex ed when you were like, I swear, in like the 7th
I
grade
never
or
remember that
something.
in sex ed.
But you are the only one I think who has witnessed an actual birth. How accurate was that?
Okay, we talked about relatable scenes.
Uh-huh.
That entire scene was Adeline's birth.
So like that was legit. That is like, well, obviously
But not just
legit, but,
like it was like all of a sudden she's coming.
Mhm.
Like it's going to be a couple hours. All of a sudden she's coming, and that's just like there. Now we weren't in the ER; we're in an actual birthing room. But it's like there's no time. She's coming, and then the head's coming, and then the head's not coming. They're trying to turn, and then they had to put a suction cup on Adeline's head to pull her out because they can't get the heartbeat anymore. And then there was that moment. It's like the doctor was like, "Oh my God, you got a beautiful baby girl. She's amazing." And I'm looking at 10 other doctors taking her 10 feet away to something. I'm like, she's not crying.
Mhm.
She's not crying. What do you mean
that's so
she's okay?
scary.
And they're doing all these things. And because she
Apgar
obviously
scores.
came out with the cord wrapped around her and everything. And like, she was fine until coming out. And when that baby in ER was coming out, that was exactly like my
Holy shit.
experience. And
Wow.
everything from the visuals to like the aftermath, and like it's maybe 10 seconds of like, is she okay? Felt like 10 minutes.
Mhm.
That was so legit real. I almost questioned, like, did they film a real birth?
Well, they had to have. Like that footage was real. Like that. That
Was
was.
it though?
How did they do
Yes.
How did they get cameras in, like, and let actors do this?
They probably had somebody like, "Hey, listen, we're doing this show. Would you mind if we filmed your vagina?" And probably,
All right,
we'll give you
need to-
$5,000.
We need
Sure.
to find out. $5,000,
Fact
50
check
grand.
this.
Yeah.
Fact check this.
Yeah.
I'm really curious because
Well,
if
we'll check-
not, that was.
But then if it wasn't real, like, holy
CGI
cow,
or
they did an
whatever.
amazing job.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry I was laughing like during while you're describing this because I'm remembering the scene because Dr. Mel, they're like, Dr. Mel, can you check on the like on where we're at? And she goes, oh, I see hair. And then she goes, on the head. She's not talking about a bush or anything.
Yeah.
But, like I laughed so hard because
That
she's
was
just
funny.
so cute. I
Yeah.
want to talk about favorite characters after this, but any closing remarks on the birth scene?
Well, that was so real. And that was my relatable moment because that was exactly Adeline's birth. I would love to see them do a C-section and see like because the boys were C-section, and it was the
Yeah.
coolest thing I ever watched in my life.
Yeah, I
So-
don't think I'd be able to stomach that. Like, I would be the person that would fall over. But I mean, obviously, I'd be birthing the child, but I don't think I could watch it. I
It
really
was
don't.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. What a scene. Like, so much of this show, well, not so much, but those intense scenes, they censored nothing.
No.
It made it seem more real, like you're legit in the ER
It was
with
so
these
good.
characters.
It was so
Mhm.
good.
These
Yeah.
doctors.
Well, I'm glad
All
you
right.
brought that up.
Oh yeah. I was just curious because like they do try to make it seem as real as possible, but that is the one thing that I can neither confirm nor deny, and you are the only one who could.
All right.
Good
Well,
to
you
know.
said some favorite characters. Who's your favorite character?
So I have like a 3-way tie basically,
come
but
on. One.
let's call it the top of the pyramid. It's
One.
Dr. Mel, Dr. King. I love her. She
Oh,
is
she was cool.
absolutely adorable. She's so good with patients. She's very smart, but she also has like she's just such a like relaxed, genuine person.
Mhm.
But even then, like, you see her have a moment where she just like has to cry because
Right.
there's so much going on. But
Yeah.
I really liked how she handled like the autistic patient,
Right.
because
She was awesome
Dr.
with
Langdon was like, how'd you do that? What? Just trying to figure out how to relate to everybody. So she's just so gentle and sweet. And so Tara had sent us a little blurb, and I did not know this at the time. So the actress who plays her, Taylor Reardon, I think is her name, that's Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
I can see
from
that.
Breaking Bad, right?
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
He is an amazing actor. She is an amazing actress. It runs in the family. It's awesome. So yeah, she's top of my list. And then I think it goes Robbie and then probably Whitaker.
Whitaker is my number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love how he was everything wrong happened to him, and he's on his like 9th set of scrubs by the end of the day, and
That was
he got
awesome.
he got peed on, and like he was just like
Blood.
it was yeah. And then like at the I don't know if it was the last episode, but
was.
like he was living in the hospital.
On the
and,
like the 8th floor that was
Mhm.
abandoned.
Yeah. So it's like, it just, I mean, that's real, because it's like, I'm sure he had to put himself, he's from what, Oklahoma or something, grew up on a farm. Nebraska. That's, yeah, I think it was Nebraska, but grew up on a farm and then didn't want to be in that lifestyle. So put
Mhm.
himself through medical school, and, he doesn't have any money. So he's like, where am I going to
Right.
sleep? So he's sleeping in the hospital in an abandoned room on whatever floor of the hospital, and and then he was like dancing in his room.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I kind of had an inkling that he was hard off for cash, like he needed something, because he was getting a sandwich for one of the patients. I forget what his name is, and he took an extra one and put it in his pocket. So I was like, I had a
didn't
feeling.
notice
So
that.
that was early episodes. That was like the second, maybe first, second, third episode.
Was that the patient that kept asking for sandwiches?
But not egg salad. Not egg
No
salad.
egg salad. Yeah.
How about
So
you, Eric?
I loved a lot of characters just like you guys did. I love like the relationships you saw building between, say, that one doctor who was, her mom was like a head surgeon and she had a crush obviously on one of the nurses. And I loved the relationship between King and Langdon, right? And how they interacted. And then the new girl who kind of gave everyone nicknames, and it was her way of like dealing with things and stuff. And so she'd give you a nickname, the fainter, right? Crash. She called her Crash. Right. But outside of Robbie, who I think is amazing, and I would love to get Noah Wiley on this podcast just to talk about this show.
I would
It would be so
die.
cool. I have a new Sloan.
Ooh.
And slow-mo is my new Sloan.
You love you some slow-mo.
I love me
love
some
that.
slow-mo.
Dr.
Slow-mo,
Mohan.
I loved that she just stuck to her ways. Robbie would get on her for being slow all the time and not getting to all the patients. And this isn't ER. This isn't like a private practice. This isn't ER. We got to go. Click, click, click. Let's go.
Mhm.
She took a moment to get to know them, understand them, and she made some like key discoveries or saves with the one person who the EMTs thought was just a drug addict, right?
The girl, right?
Yeah, the girl. And then she realized, no, this girl has something. I don't remember the illness.
Mercury poisoning.
Was it the makeup
Right.
girl? Yeah, the social media girl?
Yep.
Well, no, it was the mercury poisoning. But then the
yes,
social
it's the
media
social
girl, after that, she took the time to figure out like the
social media girl is Mercury girl.
That's right. There was a
Yeah.
character before who came in and was like shaking and stuff, has some disease. She knew what it was, where the EMTs just thought she was like trying to get drugs,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, sickle cell. She had sickle cell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
And then the one guy who was trying to get morphine, like he was trying to get more drugs and she wasn't buying it, and she tricked him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gave something else, and she didn't care. Like Robbie would get mad at her Robbie got mad at her the most throughout the whole show for either not listening or not being quick enough or going behind his back and not saying, this is what I'm going to do. But she was right every time.
Mhm.
And then
Trusted
at the
your
very
instincts,
end, she
yeah.
was like running on adrenaline.
I was laughing at that. I was like, holy shit, she is like on another level right now.
And at the
Waiting for her to
very
crash.
end, the last scene, I'm glad she went out to whatever park and grabbed a beer with him, because apparently like she would never go out with anyone after. She'd just go like do her own thing. Like she was a loner.
Yeah.
So I loved, not just because she's my new Sloane, but I loved all the things she did. I kind of was like, good on her for not just like giving in to Robbie, right? And she took her time and figured out some patients' issues.
Yep.
100%. Even like holding the phone and helping her do a TikTok, right? Like that was kind of like, that was her style.
You go above and beyond for your patients, man.
Right. Absolutely.
But throughout the whole season, so Santos, we were talking about her, how she was all like, I know everything. I'm better than you. She grew on me because she got taken down a couple of pegs when she made some mistakes, and she got like talked to, and she was like, you could see her just like, okay, I need to chill. I need to think about this. I need to ask. I need to not act on instinct because I'm an intern.
Right. And who on their first day on the job goes to their boss and says, hey, one of your head doctors has a drug addiction problem and is stealing drugs.
Right? That was wild.
She connected those dots, though. I don't know if that's something I would have noticed, but she paid attention, and that's really good, but that takes some balls to do.
Yeah. Sounds like she has, like, in her life, again, storylines that you miss because it's one shift.
Yeah.
Like, she has a past, which sounds like it's more she's dealt with people with drug addictions.
Yeah.
Not of her own, but family, close people. And she's seen this and she knows what to look for in the signs. She obviously saw that things were going missing for all their patients.
Right. Because she was the one the kid that came in that was at the concert, but he overdosed. He tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
And she sat down with him and was like, hey, listen, you matter. You need to be here. Will you talk to somebody? So I definitely think that she's gone through some personal stuff where she could recognize the drug addiction and the suicidal stuff. So it'll be interesting, like if season 2, if it's going to be the same as, Another Day in the ER, or if they like branch out a little bit and
We'll
get
get
a
to that.
little.
I hope they develop the characters so
Did
we
you
get
read
to
the
learn
article
a
I
little
sent
more
you?
about him. I didn't read it. I just saw.
You just
that
saw
it was
what I said. They're
filming.
filming.
Oh, I didn't know it was an article.
I'll fill you in at the end.
Oh, okay.
I'll fill you in at the end. So what do you think? Let's talk about Langdon and Robbie now. So what's her name? What's the girl's
Santos?
name?
Santos?
I don't remember her first name.
I got it. So Santos tells Robbie and tells him that, hey, Langdon is doing drugs. He's stealing drugs. Robbie calls him out, makes him open the locker, and there they are, right? You're caught red-handed.
Is pissed.
How do you think Robbie went about that? Tell me everything you think about that scene, and then I'll give you my comparison after.
Terry, you want to take it first?
I think he did the right thing. I mean, I know that they're close and he was one of his lead doctors, but like you can't make exceptions for anybody. And it was honest bad timing, but I think he did it right. And there was people looking and stuff, and they were kind of like, oh God, what's happening? But it was like a hush hush. And I'm glad that he didn't like go run and tell people like, hey, this is what happened and all that. But I definitely think he had to tell him, you got to get out of here now, leave, you're done here. And I don't know. I thought it was done correctly. If it was me, I would have done it that way.
I agree. He definitely made the right decision because that is not okay. That is not okay. It doesn't matter why you're taking these drugs. You can't fuck around with that. But maybe he could have done it in a less explosive kind of way. But I mean, when you're dealing with that, it came out of nowhere. He found it and he probably lost it just because he's like, holy shit, this is happening. And I don't know. I do agree it was the right thing to do. It just probably wasn't the right way to do it.
Well,
does that make sense?
Well, let me play it for you.
Have you ever taken a patient's medication?
This is insane. This is completely fucking
I
insane.
need you to open your locker.
Yeah, right.
Open your locker.
You're gonna regret.
Open your fucking locker, or I will have security smash it open.
This is awesome. Robbie is intense.
Very.
Is the imprint code on these pills going to match Louis' Librium?
He's like, fuck, dude. Why?
Disappointed.
Go home, Frank. No, it's not like you think. You remember whenever I helped my parents move, I was too cheap to pay for movers. I hurt my back. I told you that. You teased me about it. Remember? Well, our own Dr. Hagen prescribed me some pain meds and muscle relaxers. I was just weaning myself off. It was just for maintenance. I'm done. Robbie, come on. You know me, Robbie. You know me, man. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I was trying to.
I know what, steal pills?
No, it's not like you don't understand.
I don't fucking understand.
It's not like you think. I'm not high. You've seen what I do, Robbie. Could a drug addict do what I do?
Apparently.
Ooh, burn.
I just fucking let him. You're done.
That's what
Leave
surprised
now,
me.
or I will have Ahmad escort you out.
Robbie, please.
You are done.
So that's what shocked me. I was
Actually
shocked
wasn't
that
as
he
bad
says
as I
you're done.
remembered.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, you got to think about it.
thought he
It's
yelled
his
more.
job. If he keeps him, it's his job that's on the line. If it comes
Oh,
back
yeah.
and he kills a patient and they drug test him and he's like, oh yeah, he's got opioids.
Mm.
Right.
You know?
So there's a scene. So I thought like it would be go home. You got to come back tomorrow. We're going to have a talk. Or maybe come back in 48 hours, right? And said, you're done. You're done. You're gone. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
In ER, this exact thing happened to John Carter.
Oh.
So he was attacked. Him and Lucy. Lucy was another female doctor, or they were both med students, and they were really close. Obviously, there was a relationship forming between them, and they were attacked by some psychopath patient and stabbed. And Lucy died, and he almost died, and they saved John Carter's life. And because of all the pain meds, he got addicted.
Mm.
And a doctor, just like in Robbie's situation, caught him doing this. And the same thing, like, Carter had a hard time. He was just like Langdon, right? Trying to say, it's fine, I can control it. But Dr. Green and all the other doctors in ER kind of like had a intervention. And part of a season was, they made him go through a program, drug tests, random drug tests, all these things get better. They helped him get better. So I was shocked. Knowing what Robbie's like already and about the team and the community and about being a leader, I was shocked at that moment when he goes, you're done. And he might have been like that maybe before Langdon got so defensive. Maybe he was thinking that. But when he got defensive and started making excuses, I think Robbie was having a day.
I am wondering if it's going to stick because he didn't really tell anybody about it. The only one who really knows is Santos because she was the one who was
and Garcia.
The whistleblower. Oh, okay. Yes, because she told her. Oh, that's her name. Okay. So I wonder because he came back for Pitt Fest, the whole thing that happened with that. So I wonder what season 2 is going to bring. If he's going to just like try to talk him into letting him stay or if he's going to go through an intervention.
So, Eric, you said Robbie was having a day. We didn't even talk about how he wasn't even supposed to be working this day.
Oh, my God.
So
because it was the
flashbacks.
anniversary.
Yeah.
It was the anniversary of, I think it was his coworker that didn't make it through COVID.
I think it was his mentor. Yeah.
His mentor.
Yeah.
But that's a huge piece of his character, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
So
he
he
was so
wasn't
much guilt over the death of his death. Adamson.
Early on in the season, you were kind of wondering, like, what are these flashbacks? But you kind of learned, and it had to do with that pediatric room and trying to save his mentor. Yeah. And he died from COVID or during the pandemic.
So he wasn't even supposed to be working this day because he walked in and they're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm fine. Because he usually takes that day off every year.
Yep.
But he came in. So
Oh, and he was in for it.
he came into the shit show.
It took me a minute to figure out. So in the very beginning of the series, he goes up to the roof and he meets up with like the night shift doctor. And I was like, I know that guy. I've seen him in everything. He's in The Faculty. Has anybody seen that movie? That was like the only horror kind of movie I've seen.
Was that with Usher?
Handle.
Was Usher in that?
Was Usher in that one? I don't know,
Oh
but
my
that
God,
was like the body, like the aliens, like with the teacher.
Oh my God, it's been
that was like the only
years.
like horror movie, quote unquote, that I could handle in high school.
I recognize him too. That was Jack Abbott. His real name is Sean Hatsley.
Faculty.
Something like that. I know I'm getting that
Faculty,
wrong. But yeah,
1998.
Badass. Holy shit.
He was also in Southland. So he came back during the mass shooting. He came back like it wasn't even his shift. He just knew he had to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Should we
they
get
did
into that?
a
Should
call
we?
for all available doctors.
Right. Should we get into this mass shooting?
That was a huge part. That was like 3-4 episodes of the whole season.
I was going to ask you guys, I definitely think we need to address that, but I was going to ask you guys if there was one specific episode that like stood out, or if there was like moments, like certain traumas that came in that like really shook you. Because for me, I'll go first. When the little girl drowned in the pool.
Oh my God.
That whole thing was just so awful. And then at the end like of that episode, you find out that the girl, she didn't dive in to get the soccer ball. She went in to save her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So the little girl was like, yeah. Oh my God. I was hysterical. And she's like, yeah, she saved me. She came and saved me. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't even imagine what those parents are going through.
That was another key Dr. Mel moment, by the way.
Yes.
Dr. King.
yes. She was so great with the little girl. Mm-hmm. And it was just that one. And then the other one, so I'll say too, was the drug overdose by the kid. And then you see the other girl come in that had the drugs, and there was
holy shit,
the school situation where they got these drugs to help them stay up to study, and they were laced with something, and the kid was a friggin' vegetable. So
we briefly
he died.
talked about that on an earlier episode when we were talking about that was a scene when the dad saw the kids come in, who did the drugs or took or gave the drugs or something. And then that girl who overdosed with him, the balls it took to say something to the parents.
Yeah.
I like the way the parents responded, because it wasn't like she was trying to hide.
Right. Yeah. Those were the two that like, of all 15 episodes, I was just like, well, and plus the concert thing, that was awful too, but those
Pitt
ones
Fest
got me.
So let's get to Pitt Fest. You told me it wasn't actually Robbie's real son in the show. It was like a girl he dated, her son.
Yes.
But they developed that kind of father-son relationship. Dr. Robbie was supposed to go to Pitt Fest with him, and because he couldn't, the kid took his new girlfriend that no one's met before, but he's so excited, happy, has a new girlfriend. They're going to have a great time. They FaceTime during Pitt Fest. They got to me, and they're saying on FaceTime, hey, thank you for the tickets. This is great. We're having a blast. Robbie's like, awesome. This is great. And then you hear about the mass shooting, which, by the way, the whole story about the student who had a hit list.
Oh, yeah.
And they thought he was the shooter.
Of course you're thinking it's that kid, because nobody can get in touch with that kid.
Well, wait.
I thought
you think it was him?
I did, 100%.
Of course, yes.
I didn't.
I had nothing else
thought like,
to
what a storyline to play into it, and to like make all the doctors think like, holy shit, right? And then Teresa, the mom, is thinking my son did this, and they're second guessing themselves. Did we not call the cops soon enough and everything? I thought to myself, it wasn't him.
That was another thing with McKay having to be like, I can't let you think about this any longer, Dr. Robbie. I called the police, because what happens if he does something?
Right. It definitely seemed
so that's
like,
on her now.
It definitely seemed like these other doctors respected Robbie, but at the same time, if he didn't make a decision they wanted, they would go above his head and do something.
Yeah.
But holy shit. That whole thing, I definitely played into it, because they I don't know, they kind of made you like, I had no other reason to think it wasn't that kid. And of course they can't find him. The shooter's still at large, they're saying. But one thing I did notice, when they're bringing in, they have like the different triage, like the red, the black and white, the pink, the yellow, the different things. There's a guy sitting in a wheelchair wearing a gray hoodie, and they just focused on him a little too long on camera. Like, he has a couple of lines, and I was like, that guy, it's him. There's something with this guy. And of course, he's the one who like gets up out of the wheelchair taking videos. He's like a reporter or something. And I was like, I knew there was something shifty about that asshole.
Yeah, he disguised himself as a victim just to get social media content.
What a dick thing to do. Oh my God.
Right. Right. You want to talk about the Pitt? I mean, Pitt Fest.
Yeah. So was it 3 episodes, or was it the last 2?
I think it was.
I think it was
3 to go. No, it was really. 3? I think it was 2 episodes, and then you had the final episode, like the aftermath.
Okay. Yeah, it was the first thing I thought of when all this happened, because I thought it was amazing how they had everybody like, come here right now. This is how we do it. And I'm like, again, not knowing because I don't work in a hospital. But I'm like, do all ERs have this protocol? I'm assuming they do, because this stuff happens all the time across the US, and it's really fucking scary. But just everything that they had, and they had to make like, they were like, okay, the birthing room is now our morgue. Red patients here, pink patients there, and then it was just so well organized that I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, this is legit. And then they just kept coming in. The people, like, it was, I think it was over 40 people came in. And all I could think about was, I'm like, this is what the Boston hospitals look like for the Boston Marathon bombing.
My God, right?
And I was just like, oh my God, this is insane. And then like the amount of like composure you have to have as a medical profession to hold your shit together. And then you got to think outside the box, because they were saying, we only have so many ORs, and if people don't need surgery immediately, do everything you can to keep them alive. And like the fact that they only lost, I think six people died out of, I don't know, like 40, 50.
Oh,
was it more than that?
Something, 120.
Oh, Jesus,
yeah, it was up there.
And some
only
of
6 died.
Yeah, and some of the measures that they went through to keep like stuff that they were, because they ran out of supplies. People were giving blood.
Dr. King was like, let's just donate our own blood. And you have to make decisions like that in these moments.
Yeah.
Like,
and as helpful as that was, the administration lady was like, you did what? You didn't screen these for anything?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. But hey, desperate
no, there's
times.
no time.
Right. And then it was very real too, because they had like the cafeterias where the families came, and they had to set up a database of, okay, what does your family member look like? What's their name? And then those 2 ladies, I don't know their names, but they went into the hospital and were taking pictures of the dead people. And it was just like, oh, this tattoo matches this person. And they're like, we have to go tell them that her husband's dead. And it was just like, oh my God.
Insane.
It was so real. Like, I felt like I was there. Like, that's how good it was.
A lot of those surgeries that they had to do on the fly, it really seemed kind of like freaking MacGyver. They were like, okay, let's think about it. What can we do with what we have? And then you have, I think Dr. Abbott was the one. He was out, like, he used to be a war medic or something. So he knew all the shit you could do with very little materials.
He had a special little kit too.
Right? It was really cool. They had that really cool phone ultrasound that connected to a phone. Like, I thought that was some cool technology.
And what was that little gun thing that they had that they were shooting in people? Was it for pain?
It was called an IO, I think. Is that what you're talking about? It just like so. It drilled like a hole in you so you could put IVs in faster.
Yeah, remember Whitaker? Whitaker did it to that guy that didn't need it, and he was like, ah!
He was not a
media guy, right?
Yeah, the clown. Wasn't he a clown?
Oh, the clown. Oh my God, the clown.
Because he was fine, and Whitaker was just like, boom, and the guy's like,
didn't they do it to the guy who was really media? Didn't they do it to him?
Yeah. Or they were doing stuff to that guy, because he's like, I gotta get out of here. And
I remember when he says, I'm being held hostage to the cop, and the cop looks at them, and they're just like, roll their eyes. No, he's not.
Rats! There's rats! This guy fell down.
This guy's psycho. Oh my God, the rats. Whitaker killing the rat, by the way. What a cool moment.
Yeah.
The hero.
He grabbed it up and snapped its neck. I was like, okay, Whitaker.
He was like the hero, though. Oh my God.
So during this shooting, Robbie knows his son's there, right? With the new girlfriend. And he has Dana trying to call and everything. Then all of a sudden, he's outside on the ambulance dock and hears him. He comes in the bed of a truck, trying to hold the pressure of his girlfriend. And what I noticed was one thing. And Dr. Abbott was like, hey, if they're going to be gone, they're gone. We don't need to go through extraordinary measures to save someone when we can save somebody else. And this girlfriend comes in. Again, Robbie's never met her before, but he's going way above and beyond than I think you typically would normally go, even if this was a gunshot victim and you're only one, right? Because it's the girlfriend. It's the new girlfriend, and he doesn't want the son, I forget his name, to be upset, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
God, that broke my heart too. Ugh.
They had like a rule that at most a patient gets 2 bags of blood, or maybe it was even 1 because they were running out of blood.
She got like 3 plus her own transfusion, right?
And then like platelets. They were
Right.
just, he was trying everything and giving every single ounce of hope that he could. And sadly, it was still not enough. God, that was so freaking sad.
But then when the kid now hates Robbie,
that's what
like,
hurt the
blames
most,
him for the death. Like, you didn't save her life. This is what you do. And you saw other characters now. So you had Dana and you had Langdon, who showed up like unannounced. He just knew he had to go and help.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to tell the kid, like, hey, he did everything, but he's blaming him. He's blaming him, saying, you didn't do, this is your job. You're supposed to do this. And even later when the mom shows up and the mom's like, it's not his fault, you know, he still blamed him.
Isn't that part of the grieving process? Like, sometimes you have to have somebody to blame, even though you know it's not really their fault. So that's
Right.
probably just him trying to process what happened. Because one minute she's there, she's perfect, and then the next minute she's gone, and he doesn't know how to deal with it.
Right.
So
Right.
I understand, but it still doesn't make it any less hard to watch, you know?
And they kind of ended the series, at least leaving the hospital, one more time in that family room, telling that girl's parents.
Yep. God,
Yeah.
the fucking family room, you guys.
Fucking
It's
family
the
room.
worst.
So this massive shooting happens. So much action for 2 episodes. I love when the alarm was going off on the ankle bracelet and she took the drill to kill it,
God.
right?
Yep.
So after this massive shooting, and I feel like we could talk about those 2 episodes for a full hour, but we won't give it the whole thing away.
Mm-hmm.
You had the aftermath episode, the final one. You know, the cops show up and they arrest her for tampering with her ankle bracelet.
Yep.
You had all the aftermath, but then you had the measles family.
Oh,
They show up after.
Yep.
This kid has the measles. It's like you just went through this horrific day of a shift. And it ends with this, with 2 parents, no, let's call it one parent, who thinks she's a know-it-all by Dr. Google. I love how they reference Dr. Google.
Google. Yep.
Unbelievable.
I was floored by that, because not only is she like, but Google said, like, whatever says that you, like, a spinal tap could paralyze him. So she's basing all of her medical intel on Google, and just knowing that in addition to that, they never vaccinated their kids, and they had to tell them, like, hey, the MMR vaccine is fine. It's not going to do anything to your kids. Like, it's going to protect them. They're not going to get hurt. They're not going to get autism or whatever the hell her problem was with it. I just, this is one of my things that just bothers me.
Right.
Thinking you know more than a doctor.
yeah. You would think as a parent, like, you'd be like, do whatever you can to save my child. And she was like, oh no, he'll come back from this. And he's literally like unresponsive in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
But then you had the dad that was like, wanted to do it, but of course he couldn't go against his wife's wishes.
Oh my God. I know. Like, leave her. That's a red flag.
I am glad, though, that he made the decision and found Dr. King and was like, hey, we decided to do the spinal tap, and it was while she was off with her daughter getting like ice cream or something.
Yeah.
Well, let's play this scene here, right here. Let's play this one.
Georgia was sick, but she got better on her own quickly.
Yeah, many people get better on their own, like Georgia. However, as many as 1 in 20 kids that get measles get pneumonia, like your son.
Are your children vaccinated against measles?
No.
The MMR vaccine is perfectly safe. Measles is not.
We're concerned about inflammation and possible damage to Flynn's brain and spinal cord.
The measles got to his brain?
Well, his head CT was normal, but the only way to find out if he's okay is to perform a lumbar puncture.
A spinal tap?
I've read about kids who've been paralyzed from a spinal tap.
There is 0 risk of paralysis.
What about bleeding or infection?
It's a perfectly safe procedure. We do it every day.
We need spinal fluid to see if Flynn has acute disseminated encephalomyelitis.
And if he does?
We treat with high-dose steroids to decrease the risk of blindness, deafness, intellectual disability, even death.
He could die from this?
The death rate from ATOM is high, 1 in 5.
Do the spinal tap.
No! Can't you just give him steroids without the spinal tap?
If there's no ATOM, the steroids could suppress his immune system, making it harder to fight off the pneumonia.
But it says here
Can you put your damn phone away? Yeah. Your son is critically ill. The longer that we wait, the higher the risk of permanent brain damage. What is not clear here?
Hillary, He has a tube down his throat.
They're
He can't
not
breathe on his own.
Dr.
holes
Robbie.
in my son's spine.
Hands up for Dr. Robbie. The whole time he's talking to these people, he's got his hands on his neck like, oh my God, these fucking
He's
people.
stressed out.
He is just like gouging his skin, trying to get them to understand. And that must be one of the hardest things about being a doctor is trying to get people to listen to reason. They know what they're talking about.
Right. And if you remember, this was after the mass shooting. They're still cleaning up from this. The bodies are still there.
There's still blood on the floor.
Everything around this ER is like there's gunshot wounds everywhere. There's people dying, blood and everything. Like they're cleaning up massive puddles of blood on the floor. And he takes the dad into the peds room with the dead bodies.
That may not have been the best.
Mr. Edwards, may I speak with you outside, please?
Go.
I've heard
enough.
I don't know if I agree with this.
This is desperate measures. He's trying so hard to just instill the importance.
Tell me about
of
your
getting
son.
This. Yeah.
He's a great kid. He's kind.
Probably not
he's
the best way to go.
Very
about
good
it.
to his little sister. You too close? Yeah.
Love how he looks back to see if anyone's watching him going into the peds room.
Batshit right now.
So he takes him into the room, the peds room with 6 bodies.
What the hell is this? These are the people from the Pitt Fest shooting that we couldn't save today. We couldn't save them. But we can still save your son.
You're an asshole.
Granted, that was not the best move, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm an asshole. I was trying to save your son's life.
What a scene. What a scene.
Oh my God.
Yes or no? Approve that move? Don't approve that move.
I'm a big no. He probably could get fired for that.
I'm going to say no. There were, I mean, I hope there was another way to do that, but
I mean, at that
But
point,
it worked.
It's fine if he got fired.
It worked, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I doubt Robbie would care. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
out. Fuck this, I'm out.
So, speaking of that room, we actually skipped over the part that he had a breakdown in there.
Yes. Oh, I
And that was
cried.
after the scene with the girl he tried to save.
Right.
Yep. Because he brought in his pseudo son, I guess, and because he wanted to see her. Her name was Leah. That's all I remember. So he brought her in to see Leah, and he freaked out, and then Robbie just kind of sank to the floor, and he lost it. And then freaking Whitaker, he came in and was like, "Oh, what do I do?"
We need you.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
was like, we
Whitaker,
need you.
He was good. Yeah.
He let
got
him have
back
his
out
moment.
there. Yeah.
That was something. Oh, here it is.
Oh, jeez. It's right. Dr. Robbie? I don't know. Dr. Robbie, you okay? I don't know.
Not the right time to have a breakdown, by the way.
No,
During
but you
the
can't
biggest
control
mass
that.
shooting in your city.
I don't think you can control that.
You have to go. You have to go. They need you out there.
We need you out there.
That continues on.
Yeah.
But, I
God,
digress.
the amount of stress that those doctors had to go through, it was just like so go, go, go. You have no time to think about yourself. And he had that one moment and it all caught up to him and he just broke.
Right.
I felt so bad. I was like, this is not good for me either. Watching as a person.
So after this is all said and done, they all had their moments. They all had their breakdowns, their craziness. It sounds like at the very end when they meet up in that park, they open up a cooler full of beer. It kind of sounds like they're almost having a moment of like, this is why we're here. This is why we do this for these moments, because there's nobody else better to do it than us. And we're here. Like, we have to deal with this trauma and this shit. But this is why we did the job. Because we can do it. We can handle it. Like, they made it through that day, 15 hours.
What a day it was.
What a day.
What a day.
So do you want me to tease you what's next? Because I got a little bit of, I read the article and I know.
I mean, I kind of want to know the direction. I mean, no spoilers, but if you want to tell us what season 2, if there is a direction they're going in, I'd like to know.
Yep. There is a direction. It is sticking with the theme of one shift, 15 episodes, 1 hour each episode.
Are they going to do the night shift? But then Dr. Robbie wouldn't be in it.
Well, part of me is like, how can they do the next day? They just can't. You know, it takes forever to film.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense. They're going to highlight like special, it sounds like special weekends or something, or just like an epic day. So the next season 2, is going to be on the 4th of July.
Oh. God.
Oh, God.
How many digits, fingers are going to be blown
Fireworks
off in that episode?
and alcohol.
Right. Exactly. And apparently it's the busiest day in the world for ERs. So they are already filming and it's coming out in January.
Do we know what like time of year that this took place, the first episode? Because I'm kind of curious as to how much time is going to pass for the interns. Like, is it going to be like
and that's the
6 months down the
storylines
line?
in student doctors. They're not interns, student doctors.
Okay. But I
Med
don't
students.
know. I'm just curious, like, how much more experience are they going to have? Did everybody
I definitely
come
feel
back?
like they might need to have some flashbacks to like maybe some storylines, like a love story. Like if that student doctor and the nurse start hanging out more, right?
Mm-hmm.
What could be going on between with the whole story about the ankle bracelet, right? And her husband or ex-husband. Like that's something we totally like didn't even talk about too, with the son and that injury and everything. So I wonder. It's interesting because I feel like you're going to miss out on some storylines, because ER would be like a whole season would be a year, and you'd have Easter, you'd have Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, you'd have Valentine's Day, whatever. In storylines with the building the love story of Carol Hathaway and Doug Ross, who was George Clooney, and the whole storyline about Dr. Green going through brain cancer and the tumor. Like you can't cover all that in one day,
no,
one shift.
not.
So. You know, but then it makes you coming back for more, because if they do flashbacks like they did with Dr. Robbie and his mentor, you finally learn at the end, like what the flashbacks go back to.
Right.
So I'm excited for it. I think we should do it. Should we do this more? Guys, what do you think? Like, did you like us talking about it here? Did you watch the show at the same time? Did you get as engaged as we did? Or are we just doing this for the three of us and there's nobody else here listening than us, which is totally fine, but then we'll just keep it in the group chat.
I think you should put up on Instagram a poll after this episode drops and ask who watched it. And, you know,
I could do that. And then I could also ask for what we should watch next.
Yeah.
One season, I would like it to be a new show.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to be like, oh, you need to watch Breaking Bad, and then we just, the next 2 years, go through every season. No, I want it to be one show that we could like pick back up again in a year when season 2 comes out. So
maybe we could do this quarterly.
Right.
4
what
shows
new
a
show
year
has come out in the last year?
Well,
that's on HBO Max or Hulu or Netflix or something that we could watch.
We could spend the weekend looking at what's out there and see if anything sticks out to us. And
yeah. You know what would be easier is if like the three of us did our research, found shows, and then you put once we each pick a top show instead of, you know, because we're going to get 100 people coming back giving 50 shows.
Right. But I'll still put the question out there, because maybe like 100 people come back, which it won't be 100, but maybe like some people come back and there's one overwhelming show. So we can then look at that one to see if that's what we want.
Yeah. We can narrow down the options later.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say I just watched a show called The Better Sister with
my mom watched that.
Oh my
Jessica
God.
Biel.
Jessica Biel is in it.
And Elizabeth Banks?
Yes. Yep.
I will totally
It's
watch
8
that.
episodes and it was so good. So good.
Sold.
I would
Well, I'll watch that on
rewatch it if
That's Amazon Prime, I think, right?
Yeah, Prime.
Nice. I got that.
It's so good. And I love Jessica Biel. I have a girl crush on her. She's a babe.
I have a crush on her husband.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect threesome for me.
Game on, I'm in. Will that mean
Oh, wait, foursome. Woo!
Do you want to go?
Oh God! All right, that just got weird.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, hey, that was fun. Thanks for doing this. This is cool. Guys, please check out, support our partners. My Race Tats, Right Socks, Firefly, UFOs. Come run the Gostown Gallop with us on the 28th. That's next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. Meet us there. Remember, the big raffle night is August 2nd. We got some fun things coming up. July's coming up and we're taking the month off. But I think we might have more than one episodes of the recap. Tara, working on that?
I was talking to Lindsay today. I'm not going to tell you the guests, but we have 2 guests in mind. So we are going to reach out and see if they can record. And if we have time and our schedules align, we may do a third and do a Ask Us Anything.
Yes.
Fun.
Oh my God, I would love that. That'd be so cool. So they'll be around. There'll be drops every week. We might do 1 best of and maybe 2, maybe now 3 recaps. But guys, this was fun. Erica, take us home.
Thank you, Tara, for coming on. I'm so glad you understood the assignment because this was so much fun to recap. So thank you, everybody else, for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
Don't trust a fart.
And don't forget to stretch.
You could booze and snooze tonight, oh my God, I fucked that up. I want to do it so bad for you guys.
I'm like, where are you going with this, dude?
I'm like, you had me at crispy little French fries.
Cruising and boozing and schmoozing and...
Oh, God.